Hey, happy, what is it? Hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. Welcome into Everyday Conversations. I'm your host, Martina Kennedy.
And I'm your boy, Mr. J in the place.
I'm about to get ahead of myself because I'm thinking it's Friday. But yeah, we still got a couple more days to go. That's just how I feel today. But hey,
We see.
so thank y'all for joining us today. Today we're gonna be talking about social media influence and the influence that it have on us as a whole. So today we're gonna be talking about how social media is good and it's bad, the pros and the cons. So we're gonna get right into it. So today we're diving into a hot topic that affects us, nearly all of us.
So yeah, I'm my bad. So as you all know, and everybody out here that's just on this podcast and out there in the world, um, social media has become such a massive part of our lives.
It's
Just
true.
really got to think about it, right? We scroll through a feed every day on all type of platforms.
That's a lot. And now all the time that we spend online, um, and like I said, I catch myself spending entirely too much time.
Mhm.
And time that can be spent on other things, but that's the influence that it has on me. I can only speak for myself. Um,
So, so basically, and of course now, I like to try to have facts, but if my memory serves me well, I think I read somewhere where the average person gonna spend about 2 hours or more just on their phone, and that's on on really just social media, right? And if you do it, if you really kind of add it up, that's nearly 5 years over a lifetime.
yeah, that's a lot. I really just don't really know how we get to that point. I think that, like I said on last week, it has become a mind thing.
Hmm.
Um, it has taken control over our thoughts and the way we uh, the way we do things now.
Hmm.
Um, it's just I don't know. I don't know if it was done in a way to make us feel like that, or was it done to be able to be productive off of it. And I know some people do can be productive off of it and
Hmm.
can benefit from it in a good way. And some
Hmm.
people can't. Some people use it in the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I absolutely agree with what you're saying, right? But at the same time, it influenced so much, from fashion, fitness, um, even to even cooking, and it's like it's everywhere. Everybody's doing everything through social media, like I said, some of the good things of it, some pros to it. You definitely can, find some spiritual things on there, some things that'll uplift you, some things that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But as we all know, the downside of it is, the negative influence that it has, not only as on us as adults, but on our kids as well.
It's true.
Everybody feel like they have to be with the in crowd, or and social media has, it's all type of things, they make you, not like yourself, and what I'm saying, give you low self-esteem because you see other people living a certain type of way or doing things, and you wish you were that, so it's very
That's true.
detrimental.
And I guess because social media is a highlighted reel, um,
Hmm.
it's just that this is the new norm. This is what we know now.
Hmm.
Um, we have became accustomed to uh, running to social media for everything, whether we are promoting or networking or in conflict situations. This is the platforms that we use for those things.
Definitely, definitely. Do you remember? Do you remember at a point in time to where news used to travel by word of mouth? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like I ain't have to, you know, and they're just like to catch up with the latest of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me go on here and see what they talking about today. Let me
right,
go
yeah,
check this out. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's no longer word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And as we, pick it back into our last segment, that technology, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy.
it is, it is, it is.
It's just, it's hard to kind of get away from it. And for the people that use social media only for networking and things like that,
Mhm.
it's like you feel,
Not only that though, you know, it gives us that social media, paints the picture of people living perfect lives.
definitely, that's the one right there.
Hmm.
Um, why they do it, I don't know, but for the people that know those people. So you got to be
Hmm.
careful with the way you portray to be um, on social media and the way that you portray to be in person.
Hmm.
Um, but as I was saying, I think that a lot of us are on social media to network now,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's so hard to be on there just for that reason
Hmm.
because you find yourself, again, scrolling through the feeds because this is what we're accustomed to doing. And but really we should be on here doing just what we came to do. But
Right,
it's
right.
that's the impact that technology has on us today.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I want to be able to separate the two, but me personally I don't know how, because if I have customers and things like that I deal with on social media and mainly Facebook,
Okay,
that I can't, that I don't talk to on the phone. This is our way of communicating.
okay.
So it's like, okay, I want to get off of here, but I can't.
And that's the reality side of it. You know what I'm saying? That's really the reality side of it. You know, some people like for you and your business, yeah. And unfortunately, some people just want to communicate that way. You
Yeah,
know, that's
yeah,
that's what it is. Speaking as the influencers go, um, it's more of a thing that you kind of the influencers. A lot of them now is really starting to post real content. You know,
hmm,
and I think it's great.
yeah. And not only that, a lot of people get monetized for their content.
Hmm.
And today, that's a lot of people's jobs. They don't have full-time jobs, so they became content creators. And in order to be at a certain level, they got to remain consistent with the content. So if you go lacking for 2 weeks on your content, then you're going to see your numbers decrease. So it's like, okay, for those people that have became, full-time or part-time content creators to make a living off of, and for a lot of people, they might not get, well, they post all day or they do this and they do that. But this is why, because social media has became a content creator monetized platform, from Facebook to TikTok to YouTube. I don't know about Instagram. I guess they may be doing it, but not as much. But from what I heard, that YouTube is the main line.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right. It is. A lot of people do monetize, and they get money off of it. But sometimes I look at it and a twofold. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2020. It's always a gray area now, right?
definitely,
Some people create things to the fact of it can be good for you. you know, and then let's talk about it. You got folks that gonna get on there and create them damn challenges. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Yeah,
the damn ice bucket challenge.
yeah,
Shit,
that was a big thing.
that was a
Yeah,
major thing.
yeah.
You see, then
You know, once you
then
start something, everybody get on board with the trend. You know,
right,
trend is always, yeah,
right. You remember what the other challenge was? The doggone crate challenge.
the
Goddamn,
crate challenge.
Uncle Charles up there trying to get on them crazy damn
Oh
that
my
broke his
God.
ribs up. You
Yes,
feel me? Like,
yes.
you know, so that's one of the things, and then everybody trying to do it, you know, is you know, so and then again, like and so far as that, right, even with that, like they put out terminology that
Mhm.
that's man, listen, the whole world is weird. But have you
Yes.
ever realized think about it now, when you talk to somebody, you know, every other sentence they say, "Oh, that's weird," or "This weird," or "You
Yeah.
looking weird," or "This."
Yeah.
The whole world weird. You weird for keep saying weird. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like that's, you know, and the mirror, the mirror, or whatever. It is, you know, I'm like,
Yeah.
listen,
That word just popped up out of nowhere, and I'm like, I didn't even really get into it. I'm just like, okay, here's another
yeah, yeah,
trend. You know,
exactly,
once one person started, it's like it's a
yeah,
domino
yeah,
effect.
yeah.
Everybody want to get on board with the trend, and I get it. It's fine for the most part, but some things shouldn't be trendy.
I agree. I agree. But
Some
guess
things
what?
shouldn't be trendy. I mean, you know, but again, this is social media. This is the influence that it has on us, and especially our kids, the youth.
The
The impact that it has on them as a whole is crazy.
and it's so and it's I'm gonna say this, and people may disagree with me, but I'm gonna say 95% of it is negative. 95% of it is negative. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it and you look at what's going on around you, 9 times out of 10, it's destroying our kids' lives. Cause guess what? They looking at this social media stuff and they will kill you
Yes.
over something that's speaking of that. Um, you know, let's take a moment of silence for the young lady
Eh,
up in the Center Point area, you know,
definitely.
that was, you know, unalived due to things being said on social media.
Yeah, definitely. Prayers to her family
Right,
and friends.
right.
Eh, At what point do we stop attaching our emotions to social media?
Who taught them anything different? Who taught them anything? And I'm not saying ain't nobody raising their kids, but if we talking about it, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So at the same time, you know, if you ain't gonna monitor what your kids doing through their phone or whatever, then how you know? You get what I'm saying? Like you have to be involved, you know. And I ain't, and I'm talking to the parents and since we doing, I'm speaking to the parents that's not involved. You know, you don't care what they doing, you don't know what they got going on. But for the parents that do go in their kids' phones and are on their kids' social platforms to make sure, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like it's the norm. It's like it's the norm, and it's like that's the first thing that they gonna run to is that and number one, they doing it for likes. They doing it
Definitely.
to get their followers up. You get
It-
what I'm saying?
the likes then took over.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it
Hey,
is imperative that they have a certain amount of likes. And
yeah,
that just goes back to when people go live in situations like they don't think about people, uh people's families and things like that. Some of them do
mhm.
it just for likes, just to see how many people are gonna tune in to their live in that situation. And I just find that crazy.
I
Um,
mean, that's where we at with it though. You know,
that's where we at with it.
it, and it makes it hard for parents, right, all across the world. It
Hmm.
makes it hard for the parents. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that they you want your kids to be great. You want your kids to succeed. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? But when you have things like the social media and guess what? Your child on here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. I got a friend that teach at a school and she was telling me, Jay, man, I went in the bathroom, man. It was like 9 girls in there. And they look, ain't nobody using the bathroom.
Just in
Everybody
on
in
their
there on
phone.
their phone.
Yeah.
You
Taking
got you got
pictures on
look
Snapchat.
you got three. She said about three of them over there in the corner trying to do a
Mm.
TikTok dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
The
could be in the
other one
grocery
up.
store. They'll just break out with a TikTok. I'm like, wait a minute.
You
We
feel me? Like
came here to get some
it's
food, baby.
right. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, and then guess what? They do it for the likes, and then they run back. Hey, did you see? But then, like you said, the most negative part of it is this one gonna get on here and say something about this one. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And then what they call it, trolling, trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you trolling on here. This, and yeah, but at the same time, people still have feelings though. You
Yeah.
know, people still, and it's for us parents, man, that have to go through it and still try to keep your child on the right track and still try to, you know what I'm saying? Like
It's
it's hard
hard.
to fight against that social media thing. It's
It's
hard.
hard because it's so many different platforms. It's some that I ain't never even heard of.
Right.
Never seen, and it's like, when this, it's so many ways to communicate. It's so many ways for the kids to communicate. Even
Well,
on with Roblox, they're able to communicate and even
yeah,
argue on there with each other.
yeah,
Like it's crazy.
yeah.
And I'm wondering, was this done to help us or harm us?
Oh, now that's a good question. That's a good question.
Because
The intent, prop now, keep in mind now, and let's look at how it has transformed. Let's look at how it transformed from when we first got the dial up and the email. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah, the catfishing, but now on this social media thing, I don't believe that the intent was for it to be where it is right now today.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of um, negative things that come up out of it. There's a lot of negative things that come up out of it. Like you say, man, you know, people, and then my thing is like every time something happen now, somebody got to put it on their phone. Like you won't try to assist, you won't try to help. You got to go live with it, or you got to put it on your snap, or you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so, and now we got to the point of well, I was the first one that put it up there. I
yeah.
put it up there first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you
I
may have
just
put
went
it up there
viral.
first, but these people got to go bury their loved ones in a week. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like it. I don't think the intent was to be what it is right now today. I think I agree when we first started this episode, the networking part of it, the connection with people that may
mm-hmm.
be way over in San Bernardino, California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Shout out to my cousin Nicole out there. You feel me? But it's things like that to where even though you can actually see what's going on out there. I don't think the
Right.
intent was for it to be such a negative impact of what it is now.
So let me ask you, do you think social media has an impact on mental health?
Very much so. Very much so. Very much
Because
so.
we see now a lot of anxiety, depression,
Mm,
all of these things that probably was around 20 years ago, but we didn't hear much about it. But
yeah.
now those words are being pushed around so much,
Hmm.
and it's like I feel that it does.
Hmm.
Because again, I catch myself, and especially when you get on there and you see something bad happening, like that just ruins your whole day. Like my
Yeah.
whole day been just thrown off today. So even with the way I started out on this podcast today, like I'm just really thrown off today. It's
Hmm.
like the things that we see and hear is unimaginable sometimes. We see stuff on TV. But when it's in your city or surrounding areas, like it hit different.
Yeah, it does. Due to the fact of, you know, back in the day, people really didn't talk about anxiety, depression, cause they ain't have no platform to put it out there on like that, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
went to go sit down and talk with somebody, that was a very confidential, you know what I'm saying, conversation. You didn't have a platform to let everybody know, hey, don't call me because my anxiety up today. And you know what I'm saying? You didn't
Yeah.
have a platform to even air it out like that, right?
No.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
just kind of
So,
you kind of deal with what you
right,
feeling in that moment.
right. So, even with the depression, right? We'll see people, and you can see it in their spirit. You can see it within them
Yeah.
to even say, "Oh yeah, they ain't up for it today." They
Yeah.
all, why
Yeah.
they
They
look
not.
so
Yeah.
down all the time.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like you can kind of put two and two together to know,
Mm-hmm.
hey, they in a depressive state. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But even and now depression, and there's so many other different levels of it, and to where you know. Um, even with the people with the PTSD and things
Yeah.
like that, people will
Even that,
use the
we hear
yeah.
that through military back in the day, but now
Hmm.
we are hearing it within our youth,
Hmm.
and I'm just like, wow.
And the suicide rate it has never declined, but since this social media, oh, it has skyrocketed, you
Yeah.
know, because again, the negative aspect of it, people getting bullied on there. You know what I'm saying? They already having it hard at home. They mama don't like them, or they daddy don't like them, or they being molested. They ain't got nobody to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But then you get on there and you getting bullied on here. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
And not
it,
only that, but it if they're in school, then guess where it go?
my
It's going
God,
back to school with them.
they going back to school with them.
So then now you got another problem.
Hey, speaking of that, um, do you not know? And I'm not gonna call this. Um, this particular school,
Okay.
the first week they had what was reported. They had 9 fights the
Mm.
first week of school, and guess what? Everything stemmed from what got said over the summer on social
Social
media.
media. Because
You get
nine
what I'm
times out of
saying?
10, they haven't seen each other the whole
Listen,
summer since the
listen,
last day
listen.
of school.
See, exactly. And then guess what? If another group of people pull up at a park, the fight, do whatever. Listen, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on,
We gotta
come
do
on. But
better.
but guess
We
what?
gotta stop. We gotta stop allowing our emotions to get the best of us. We sometimes we gotta take a pause and be like, okay, is this really worth? Is this really worth what I'm about to do? Emotions are so high these days. You can say the smallest thing to a person and they in an uproar, like, oh yeah, like calm down.
But here's
Like,
the thing,
calm
right?
down.
You know what the fine print about all these platforms
What
outside
is
of the professional ones, the fine
mhm,
print is for entertainment purposes only.
only?
That's it. That's the fine print, but they gonna take that out though. They gonna take
Oh
it
yeah,
out of there. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? They gonna
That's
take it
been
out of
taken.
there.
That's
They
been
gonna
taken.
take it out of there. You feel me? But our kids don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can go on there and find people that crack, that tell jokes. They think that's, but social media is for connecting, networking, and entertainment purposes only.
Hmm.
Not to get on here and get in your feelings, but
Hmm.
that's what they do. They gonna get in
Hmm.
their feelings
Hmm.
cause Mimi don't like what Shantae said about her, and Shantae friends with Quisha and them, and Quisha cousin was going with Mimi brother over there, and then they got into it, and now you got to pull up, all that right there. Come on, man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying? There's you know, so
it's no words like in like we see these things paying out on here all the time, and it's like what can you do? And I'm gonna read some of these comments. Jennifer said that these kids get with the wrong crowd. You can be an excellent parent, but hey, you can't be with them 24/7. And I agree.
I agree too. I agree. And it's
Because
not and Jennifer is not about being with them 24/7, but at the same time, and guess what? I know you may be a working parent, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? You still got to go up in that room when you get home at night and wake their butt up. Hey, what happened today? You know what I'm saying? What tell me about your day. What went on? And even though I know it may be easier said than done for a lot of parents, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes that's what it takes. You get what I'm saying? Because some kids will say, "Oh well, my mom be at work, so I'm good. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me about that." You know what I'm saying? So I mean, because I've heard it, but it, and I agree with you though, Jennifer. You're right. You're right.
Maria said that the intent is always to distract.
Kind of, sort of, yes and no. I mean, because you got some people on there that really just going to post their content for you to, like I said, it's kind of a 2020. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that's going to post content that really want you to be informed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you got some people that's going to post some content just to get their views up, to get their likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen the videos where people say, "Hey, click like and share to get 5,000 followers." You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's the intent is not always to distract. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, kind of, sort of, but not really.
And we have Faith. She said that yes, I have learned to log off and take breaks, and I get a lot done. I definitely agree with that. One time I logged out of my Facebook account and I couldn't remember my password and stuff. So, if you have an old email or whatever attached to this account, like the agony of trying to get back in it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like it took me probably about a week to figure it out. So I'm like, oh, I can't get it. Having a panic attack.
Right.
You feel like that.
Especially when somebody calls like, "Hey, you seen what they were talking about on the
Yeah,
book? I can't even get on there.
I can't
I'm
even get
locked out. Like,
on my social media.
see, my shit locked up. I can't get
Like
on now." You feel
I'm
right,
locked out.
right.
It's just, but that's the impact that it has on us.
Yeah.
And some people probably be stronger than others to know how to navigate with just only being on there for entertainment purposes or to network or whatever to connect with whatever they have going on. But somewhere in between all that, you're gonna find yourself over here on one of these groups trying to see what they got going on. I mean, it's just what it is.
Right.
But
Right.
that's the impact that it has on us.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see. We got
So
Fernando said things are created for the good, but somehow people find out a way to make it so bad on how to use social media or the World Wide Web.
yeah. I mean, we speaking the same language, Fernando. You know, some people gonna find something bad in anything, right? Especially, but you got to look at the content and how it's put it out there and the purpose of it being out there, right? Because you can actually try to bring some type of awareness, as we were speaking about a second ago about the mental, you know what I'm saying, the mental illness, you know what I'm saying, and then, you know, somebody you'll scroll right along and see a video of somebody making fun of a person that's you know, walking down the street talking to themselves, or you see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
look at that crazy, you know what I'm saying? They'll make light of the situation, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Even though, you know, there's it's wrong, you see what I'm saying? But I agree, you know what I'm saying? You just got to really kind of understand and pick and choose what would be the best thing to do, even when ain't nobody's looking, you know.
And it's funny that you say when nobody's looking. And it just goes back to when people give money to the homeless or go buy them something to eat and, you know, present it to them or whatever. They feel like that they have to record it. I see the good and the bad in it. You can tell the ones with the good intent just by them speaking. And then you can tell the ones that's doing it for likes and views. And I feel like that if you don't record sometimes what you're doing good to kind of give other people um some type of, I don't know, like get them motivated to get on board with what you're doing.
Guess what? I agree with you with that because number one, the big man upstairs gonna measure you by what you do on your heart,
Yeah,
not for you to show nobody that you
right,
done did something for somebody. You get what I'm
right.
saying? So at the end of the day, you know, I don't want nobody to know that I done did it. You get what I'm saying? Because at the same time, how you think that person may feel that you record? You don't think that they battling with themselves, that they like, man, I done messed my life up. Now I'm out here. This how I got to eat every day. You get what I'm saying? You may make that person feel some type of way, but
That's true.
the ones that got to record it, get what? You ain't doing it from your heart for real. You see what I'm saying? When you do things like that, if you gonna go do something for somebody, especially like that, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell the world that you did because guess what? It's in you, not on you. You get what I'm saying? It got to be in
That's
you
true.
like that. You see
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
But sometimes some people need motivation. Sometimes you, though, you can pass by those same homeless people or somebody in need and you might not even do it. But if I, you know, if somebody see you do it, well, yeah, this is the right thing to do. Let me go because
But
it
get,
is the right thing to do.
but let me ask you this: why do it got to take you to do it in order for me to do it? You see what
Because
I'm saying? It
sometimes
got to
people,
be in me. It got to be in me. You know what I'm saying? It got to be in here. It got to
right?
be in me. You see what I'm saying? Cause well, she gave her something, I'm gonna give her something too. And then and let's get a hindside of it, right? Let's get a
Mm-hmm.
backlash to it. How many times we done pulled off that freeway and we said, now hold on, wait a minute, boy, you got on them new J's that came out Saturday, boy. You talking about, but hold on, how you get that? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You like you know, you it's a thing of you looking at that person to really see what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Do you still give anyway? You know what I'm saying? You know, cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I done looked at somebody, hey man, get away from my wonder, man.
Now,
Man,
if
go
they
on
come at me
home.
aggressive, then yeah, because number one, you can't do that in this time and day. You got some that are aggressive and they ask for a certain amount of money, and if you don't give them that certain amount of money, then they go talking crazy. Then you know it's up from there because,
And get
sir,
what?
ma'am,
I
don't you know?
I agree.
Here go this dollar.
Look, I left a barbecue spot on the south side. Pull right down off the freeway. And hey, I got this plate I just got, man. I don't even want, I ain't tested. I won't eat pork.
Like they don't want
Roll my
that.
one up and put. Listen, I almost ran the light trying to. But hold on, man. Come on,
Yeah,
man. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So then, guess what? As a human being, that made me feel some type of way. So guess what? the next time I seen somebody, well, I was reluctant to give them anything. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I
But
understand
then
that.
right, you see what I'm saying? But at the same time, the big man upstairs, you got to be a cheerful giver, even if they
Yeah,
are that way.
absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even if they are, aggressive or whatever. Hey man, listen, you want $10, I ain't got but five. This is all I got.
That's all I
You know
got.
what I'm saying? Right, this is all I got. Either you want it or not. And whether you
It's been
okay.
it's been times where I got cash out.
Well,
Cash out? What you mean?
what but get what? Listen,
What you
listen.
mean you got cash
Hold,
out?
but listen, hold on now. Can I get what? At the same time, I was just at an event on Saturday. They were getting out free phones.
Yeah.
They were getting out free phones. And if I was just wanted to be low now, I said, let me go ahead and get me one there. I just to get it. You feel me? But I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I'm looking at folks that I know. You already got three on. What you going on here getting a free phone from these people for? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, them having access to that don't
Mhm.
wouldn't surprise me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because it's out here for them to get. But
Right.
like you say, and I know we kind of got off topic of everybody, but
No, but it's
that's what
all
it
it's
is.
all
It's an
tied
everyday
to it's
conversation.
all
Yeah,
it's all tied
yeah,
to social media
right,
influence because
right,
like I said again, you catch people a lot of times recording so many different things.
right, right.
And I mean everything is tied to social media.
Hmm.
We have a comment from Danica. She said a lot of times they are recording for bragging rights.
Exactly, exactly, Denise. That what we were just saying.
Yeah.
They doing it because they want to show somebody that you know what I'm saying. But if it's really in you like that, you don't want nobody to know that you did it no way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to know that you did it no way. If it's in you like that, you
Hmm.
know.
But then you got some that are just blur out. Then I just do like,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's the impact that it has on us as a whole. Um, but it's from politics to music. Everything is tied to social media.
Hmm.
Um, we can't live without it pretty much. In some way we have to have it. In some ways we don't. It's just like you said, it just depends on how we're using it for whatever we're using it for.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. And
I
then,
would,
like you said, you got the good platforms. You got, and
yeah.
all platforms are intended to be good. Now, then when you
Mhm,
get over to the other side of things, to where
mhm,
like LinkedIn,
mhm.
that social media platform, right? You ain't finna find none of that on there like that because it's so professional, it's so business oriented. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, but like you say, and not saying that Facebook and TikTok and all those places because man, listen, if my child tell me one more thing that she want off that doggone TikTok shop, listen,
TikTok
I'm
shop
just yeah, I'm
will
just
get
throw the whole
all your
phone away.
funds. It
You
will
you
get
feel
all
me?
your
Look,
funds. I
we
mean,
done went from Sheen to the TikTok shop. Like I'm
yeah,
sick of it. Like I'm like
yeah.
and
And
but
I guess because there's a lot of inexpensive things and the with TikTok shop and the technology stuff that you see on there. Like I saw a video of some glasses, some glasses made like this, probably with some tint, got the radio on it.
oh the
$12.
Bluetooth and the
Bluetooth,
Bluetooth thing and hey.
$12. $12.89 or something like that. And I'm just like, wow, like TikTok has really expanded and it's evolved in a major way.
And that's one of the good sides about it of you networking and trying to so hey I don't know to be honest with you I just think that we all should do better by trying to um, give ourselves a break from it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, please, y'all hit me out here and let's talk with these kids about this social media influence stuff, y'all. I mean, because we losing so many to the unnecessary things, and I know I ain't really got to reveal my age, but if you know me, you know me. Cause back in the day, you feel me? It wasn't that. It wasn't what it is now. You know what
At
I'm
all.
saying?
We didn't know
And
anything. We didn't have anything like this.
right, you know, and it's scary, right? And you know, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done with it. I'm not afraid of how I'm raising my child, but I'm afraid for my child of how the world gonna be
Mm-hmm.
when she
Mm-hmm.
21 years old, 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of the values and the things that I'm instilling in my child, but I'm afraid for my child of how the world is going to be
I
when she
agree.
get to what we consider grown, you know. So
And I just hope that being influenced, I hope that they can be strong enough to only be influenced by the good things and know, when to draw the line. Okay,
right,
this, because a lot of times you have people on your friend list that be on there talking crazy, like, I don't want to hear that today.
right.
So you got to go. Like, I don't need that type of energy,
Hmm.
you know, coming up on my timeline,
Hmm.
because you're clearly not here for the right things,
Hmm.
and always complaining and stuff like that. Everybody got something going on. We all
You're
got
right.
something going on,
You're
and
right.
it's up to us to deal with it in a way that it doesn't affect others.
Hmm.
Because again, everybody's not strong enough to deal with certain things.
You're right. You're absolutely
So
right. Especially even our kids. You know, you got some adults that as we call some crybabies. You know what I'm saying? They gonna cry in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know what they battling. We don't know
right.
what they going through. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I mean, so but at the same time, they're gonna be reluctant to open up about it too. But guess what? They get on social media and air something out though. They'll get on there and air
Yeah,
something out. Yeah,
that's
they'll
so
get right
true.
on there and they'll get on there
That's
and air
true.
something out. And
Hmm.
then guess what? You have us, we friends with our children on here, you know what I'm saying? So well, I seen my mama cuss me Sheila out, so I'm I can do it too, you
Hmm.
know. But it's just a thing of like I said, y'all, we got to try to reach these kids a little bit better than what we've been doing, and like I said, yeah, the hard part about it is things are gonna happen. I know some people don't want to acknowledge the bad things but it's life. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So, but put the fear in our kids for them to know, hey, social media influence can hurt you or it can help you.
That's absolutely. And with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with a note today. Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. As always, thank y'all for joining us today for today's conversation. I'm your host, Martina Kennedy.
I'm your boy, Mr. J in the place.
Take care. Thank y'all for listening.